little different setup here at the SGC booth. They are here, and this is going to be full of break action coming up a little bit later on. No submissions being taken. All the graders are back home in Florida getting ready, but Peter Steinberg is here talking about what a crazy time this has been for you guys. And I know it's a little different that you're not grading cards.
Correct.
Talk a little about the process of why you made that decision.
Absolutely. So basically right now, to be honest with everyone, we have Beckett kind of temporarily shut down, PSA temporarily shut down. There's a huge weight on SGC's shoulders to kind of carry the hobby, keep a viable option, grading in a reasonable amount of time at a reasonable rate. So in order to protect our fantastic turnaround time, we've actually made the tough decision to instead, rather than take cards, rather than take in submissions, we're actually giving back to all of our supporters at the 2021 National. That's going to come in giveaways, contests, just a lot of transparency, a lot of Q&As. I'd love to meet anyone who comes up to me, certainly. And besides that, some very high-end box breaks, just really to enhance your national experience, to thank you for supporting us and bringing us where we are today. So it's definitely an interesting one.
Talk a little about just kind of the year that's been, or 2 years, I guess that's been.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy ride for everybody, but specifically for you guys, I know you've got a lot more employees now to handle this demand. Can you kind of break it down a little bit in terms of where you are now as opposed to where you were a couple of years ago?
Absolutely. So during the 2019 National, we were grading on site. We had our entire team at the show. I believe we left one employee at home. Altogether, I believe we had either 7 or 8 employees at the 2019 National. Today, the SGC team is roughly 115 individuals. The amazing thing is the quality, the pride we take in our work is still certainly there. As far as the last 2 years, it has been a roller coaster. The thing I'm most proud of is this team just never quit. We stuck to our word. We knew what our goal was. When we hit some snags, we made some early mistakes. We learned from those mistakes. And I could say now that every decision we make moving forward, we make with a lot more experience under our belt and only with the best intentions. We're all hobbyists. So.
How are the submissions now? Are you guys seeing a pretty steady stream as this goes on?
They're
being
very
kind of
high, and they're growing by the day. Every time one of our customers gets back in order in 7 to 10 business days, coolest part is that that's shocking to them because they're satisfied after a grading order. The issue is then they want to send more cards, and more cards, and the word is spread. And we're keeping up. It's close as far as the capacity and the demand goes right now. We are keeping up, but we do have to take it very seriously because this business is so nuanced that the smallest miscalculation can lead to your turnaround time bloating to double the size it was in 48 hours. It's not easy grading cards.
It's a science. Talk a little about just what kind of cards you guys are seeing now. Obviously at $30, you're not really talking about a bulk level submission, but what are you seeing? What are people grading with you guys right now?
Sure. So remember, SGC has been an industry leader in vintage for over 20 years. I would say that our vintage business has increased, I'm just spitballing here, maybe 2 to 3x what it was in the past. However, all of this modern business, we've gone from 0 to 100. I would say, just like probably the breakdown at the other, grading companies, mostly modern, believe it or not. However, that's not to say the vintage business has fallen off. We just never had this influx like we've seen. We do offer group submissions at a $25 rate. When you couple that with the turnaround time, a lot of cards obviously make sense. So I would say the breakdown is mostly on the side of modern. However, still a ton of vintage love from this hobby, which is really awesome to see that we've maintained that reputation we worked so hard to build.
Very good. Peter Steinberg from SGC. They will be here for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.